Hey guys, welcome back to Olivia's Blooms. You might have noticed me setting the table in this introduction. Well, we are having some guests over for dinner and I wanted to make a quick and easy fresh flower centerpiece to make the table look even more special. We are here in the end of September. It's actually the last day of September here in Charlottesville, Zone 7A. Our average first frost is still about 4.5, 5 weeks away. It's usually the end of October. So we are still getting fresh flowers here. They definitely have slowed down. The weather's getting cooler, but I have a lot still that I want to use, and I definitely want to use them while I have them. So let me show you what I've cut and what I'm going to be using for this arrangement. But first, let me tell you a little bit about the vessel. This is just a copper tray that I have never used for fresh bowl arrangements before. And it just looks so pretty, and I really think some of these oranges and reds are gonna look lovely with it. So I was excited to try it. Now this is shallow, and like most bowl arrangements, I'm not gonna expect a lot of vase life out of this. But I really just want it to look nice for dinner tonight, and then any extra days I get out of it are just a bonus. And I'm not gonna get a lot of vase life out of it too, because the flower stems are gonna be really short. But before I start arranging, let me just show you my supplies. It's easy. I have a brown paper bag to cut my stems into. I have a nice sharp pair of scissors. And in this bowl here, I put a little bit of flower food, some water, and then I have a ball of chicken wire, and it's just regular chicken wire. I cut it, I have a roll of it, and I cut it with my wire cutters, and then I just bend it into somewhat of a dome shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it gives the flowers some structure, so they're not just floating around in the water. For flowers today, I'll start with filler. I have only one stem of this Diablo 9bark, but really pretty. And then I've got a lot of this red celosia. It's starting to flower a little bit, which I don't mind. I have a ton of queen lime red and orange zinnias. And I have my first stem of hybrid tea rose, and this is Mr. Lincoln. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Maybe my favorite rose fragrance I've smelled. I have not gotten to enjoy any of my roses this summer because the Japanese beetles ate all of them. But the Japanese beetles have left. The aphids have moved in, of course, but that's fine. I can knock the aphids off, no problem. So I definitely have to use this because it's my first one and I want to be able to smell it as much as possible. I have a couple of the peach zinnias that I also might use with that copper color. And then a few small sunflowers. A lot of these sunflowers are not looking very great, but I only need them to last a couple days. I've got one Moor Place dahlia. Beautiful. One little stem of feverfew that I'll probably use. And can we take a moment to look at this? I don't know that I'm going to use this in this arrangement. Even though the color is perfect, it's kind of a lot of spike for a little bowl. But I just wanted you to get to see how beautiful this is. All right. I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer so you can see better the arrangement. All right, hopefully you can see this well. It's beautiful. I'm just loving that vessel. So I'm gonna start with my structure, which is gonna be these red celosias. And I think this red color, again, will look so pretty. So I'm gonna cut these stems pretty short. And you wanna make sure that no foliage is down in that water. Even though this isn't gonna last very long, you still want it to last as long as possible. And if there's any foliage down in there, it's not gonna last very long. So I thought I cut these stems really short, but I might even have to cut them shorter. And I'm gonna place these around. Oh, I think I gotta cut these even shorter. This is a really shallow bowl. And similar to how I would make, I might actually cut this into 2 stems. Similar to how I would make a cut flower bouquet, I'm gonna put most of the foliage, I think, on around the edge so that it's not competing too much with the flowers themselves. Okay, next I'm gonna add my centerpiece flowers. My rose. Love this rose. Want her right front and center. Oh, I'm in love with this already. Okay, and this dahlia, we have to add her. And I'm settling these sort of at an angle. That way I can have a longer stem, which helps keep them alive just a little bit longer. Now I'm gonna fill in with sunflowers. I'm gonna use, I think what's gonna go beautifully with the copper are these yellow and brown. So this is the chocolat sunflower that I have just been cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting off of. Now the flowers are getting very tiny, but they're perfect for projects like this, so not too sad about it. All right, so let's see. I have this sunflower. It hasn't quite opened up yet, but it will look beautiful when it does. But for these types of arrangements, I mostly want to use open flowers, again, because it's really for tonight to enjoy. This one I think is open enough to look nice. But for the most part, you want to pick flowers that are already open. I have these little cuties that I had in my jar. Perfect size. I only have to cut a little bit off them. Now, I don't mind if they're not exactly perfect. I don't think you're really gonna notice. And that's sort of the fun part too of growing your own cut flowers, is you get to decide whether or not you like it. All right, now I cannot resist. I've got so many of these orange zinnias. Now I have the darker orange, I have the more creamsicle, and I'm debating, even though I love the creamsicle color, I'm wondering if the dark, I think the dark might go better. I'm gonna start with the dark ones. So many pretty zinnias. So I have all of these. I'm gonna cut them short all at once and add those in. These just immediately elevate everything. These beautiful zinnias. Love them. And already this is looking fairly full. My biggest struggle with these is editing myself and not adding too much, even though I have so many beautiful flowers. All right, I've got some more room. I'm gonna add some, I think I'm gonna tuck in a couple of these shorter red snapdragons, the velvety red. They just go beautifully. And I was bummed that I had these snapdragons that were bendy with very small stems, but again, they're perfect for something like this. Tucking right in, and even that bendiness, I love the way it fits right into the arrangement. Now I'm gonna add, I have queen lime reds, but I also am eyeing these peach. I'm gonna stay away from the peach for now. Let me try queen lime reds first. Gotta keep this rose up. She is the star of the show. I have to say this is pretty stunning. And even two queen lime zinnias right next to each other look different because there's so much variation in the plant itself. I'm gonna tuck one here. I need something here. I might have to make this zinnia have a starring role. I also have another dark one, so I'm gonna cut both of these, and then I'm gonna do a walk around and see how that looks. Oh yes, this is beautiful. This is lovely, and it needs to have, again, another starring role in this arrangement, so and I like that this all sort of has a low feel to it. I think I might be able to tuck in the feverfew and a couple more celosia, and then I might call that good. A little pop of freshness right there. I do have this beauty. I would love to fit her in. But the shape and the size is a little bit challenging. I'm gonna try it. It's too pretty not to try. Okay, yep. You need to go there. I love this. All right, you guys need to come see a close look at this. Here it is. You can barely see the copper vessel, but I don't mind. I think it came out really beautifully. That really was quick and easy. Thanks for arranging with me today, guys. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I probably should turn the camera off while I move it.